Yeah. There was no trial. There was no any opportunity for the defense to present you with counter evidence or anything like that, Judge.
Counsel, what do you want to give me? What do you want to give me?
I don't want to give you anything.
What do you want to give me? No, Judge, counsel, if you're going to say I'm being unfair, what do you want to give me?
Judge, I want to tell you that I don't believe you should be considering anything that occurred after that.
What you represented to this court, and I realize you're advocating for your client about him being someplace further from that scene, it's not true. It's his own statements. These are not anything where I went out there and I'm looking at something or I'm doing whatever. It's just placement. He's saying he's at first. I just listened to the tape. I didn't do anything. I didn't go out there and investigate, talk to any witnesses, do anything like that. I did that and looked at a map. That's all I did.
Right, Judge.
So if you want to give me something, counsel, you can come here 2 hours late. Give me what you want to give me.
Judge, I don't believe you should be considering anything after the fact of the initial accident. He's being sentenced for failure to stop at a PD accident. It has nothing to do with what he did afterwards. It's completely inappropriate for the court to be.
What he did afterwards?
After the accident, when he was initially rear-ended, that's what he pled to, failing to stop at that accident. It's not failing to stop at the accident that the girls were involved in. It's failure to stop at the accident where he was rear-ended. Ms. Reiser agrees.
If your client, knowing what I'm going to do, wishes to withdraw his plea, I will consider that motion.
Judge, I would also ask that you recuse yourself at this point.
Denied.
Understood. And I can, if you wouldn't mind allowing me to speak with Mr. Torres, my guess is he's going to withdraw his plea.
He has a lot of work that needs to be done to. I don't know why you're giving me the attitude.
No, I'm not trying to. I'm sorry.
Yes, you are. Either that or it's because you're high. I don't know which one it is, but you're giving me attitude, and that attitude will most likely be readjusted by me at the Bexar County Jail. So I don't know if your attorney told you this, but I can send you to the Bexar County Jail as a condition of this probation, and I can also send you to the state jail facility as a condition of this probation for attitude readjustment. Do you want that?
No.
Did you move in then, or what did you do?
I have issues when I go to his house. I can't go there. I have autoimmune issues.
I have also.
I wasn't talking to you.
Okay, that's nice.
You know what, young man? I'm going to tell you one thing right now, and I'm going to tell you, you better check yourself. So I'm going to give you a minute to go out into the hallway. Otherwise, what's going to end up happening is you're going to be in contempt. I was talking to Ms. Cunningham. I wasn't addressing you. I don't know why you felt a necessity to interrupt her as she's addressing the court. So you might as well take yourself out of this courtroom right now. Right now. And when you feel like you can behave yourself, then you can come back in.
And then they live with their dad.
Okay, she's
joint custody.
Time out. You're being very dishonest and slippery with me because I asked you. My mind is a steel trap, but I wanted the court reporter to read back because maybe my mind is failing, but I highly doubt that. You told me that your children were living with you and their father, and you said the other father he's not a part of anything. Now you're telling me, oh no, he doesn't live with me. It's on and off. You've been dishonest with me from the very beginning. You were dishonest when I asked you if you're going to be positive. You were dishonest about that. Then you were dishonest about Bloodworth. I don't even know if this is this person's real name or not. Then you were dishonest about Sarabia. At first, and later you said he was the father of your children. Now he's not the father of your children. You're just being dishonest all across the board with the court, and I don't appreciate it.
Together, and he can still have his complaint, I guess, that he has. And maybe if he'd listened to his attorneys, he won't have the complaint. But I'll let him do what he's going to do. I'll adjourn it to June 22nd, 2023, 9 a.m. Motion. All right. See? Okay, why don't we do this? If he wants to play it that way, we'll just make both those hearings in person. Because if he wants to play that way, Mr. Brown, what do you want me to do with that?
Your Honor, I will leave this completely in the court's discretion. Absolutely.
Okay, let's bring him up. I'll set that in person. That's at 2 p.m. on the 22nd, and we'll see how he wants to act that day. His request for withdrawal of counsel denied. Case sits right now.
Okay.
It's rich. Don't interrupt me. We're gonna have a way to you know what? Tell you something, Mr. Montgomery. No, you'll hear me. I'm gonna tell you right now. I expect people to conduct themselves in certain ways in my courtroom. I don't know. Just listen to me. I don't want this other stuff in terms of comments that I'm making. I will show you respect, but the one thing I will not let happen, ever, you can sit up there and you can disrespect me all you want, but I will never let this institution in this courtroom be disrespected. So I'd suggest that you watch after I say something, what comes out of your mouth, because whether or not you're intending to give that impression, you certainly are to this court giving that impression. And if you continue to do that, and you've done it 2 or 3 times today, and I let it slide, but if you continue to do that, you're going to feel the full wrath of this robe come down on you, and I don't want to do that. Am I understood?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Supposed to spend the night with him, and I was supposed to pick them up that morning.
No.
That's why I was there.
So you're saying there was not a CPS safety plan in
Oh,
place?
yes, there is. Mhm.
All right.
And the plan that me and Jacob had came up with was for his dad to be on the plan and my mom to be on the plan.
These ones, like, I just want to just guide you.
No. I want to listen to what she's saying because she's changing her story to me.
What, well, may I have a minute?
No,
Thank you.
she's on the witness stand. So go for it.
But anyways, I'm very remorseful for what happened that day.
No. Let's go back to the safety plan business.
Yes,
So you're saying there was an agreement with the safety plan for what?
just for my mom and his dad to be on the safety plan. That's it. That's all I was gonna say.
No, your mom just testified. You heard her testify that says she was not considered for the safety plan. So she was not on a safety plan.
Coming anytime soon.
How does it not sound like payments coming anytime soon when I just gave you guys $1,600? Before I gave you guys $1,600, I gave you guys $250. And before I gave you guys $250, I gave you guys $175. And this was and you guys just took over. This is my first time ever being late on my rent. I can't help that I got sick and I had major surgery. I was in the hospital for over a month. I can't help that. I apologize.
Mr. Yates, Hickenbottom, let me just tell you something. You're not going to come into this courtroom and try to yell at anybody.
I'm not yelling at
It's not,
anyone.
no,
You guys
it's
are
not
talking
going to
down
happen.
as if I'm a
It's
tribe.
not going to, you want to try to overtalk me? Really? Do you want to do that today? I'll wait for your answer.
No, Your Honor. That wasn't my attempt.
You've had 3 motions to revoke in this court. So, and I know that each time you came before me, I've told you that you're looking at up to 10 years in the prison. Deputy Laura, could you do me a favor? Could you place the handcuffs on him, please? Each time you come before me, I know I've told you you're looking at doing 10 years in prison. Obviously, your mother is not laying down the law with you at home.
So, ma'am, I'm just going to give you a fair warning. If you think I'm not, you didn't think I was serious about my last order. If you think I'm not serious about this order, you're going to find yourself very wrong. Because if you're not in that jail by 6 p.m. this evening, I will send somebody to get you.
I understand,
you.
Your Honor. I'm sorry that you feel that way, and I hope we can resolve this
You
matter.
better be quiet, because she's about to pick up a whole lot more, Miss Anders.
Do you have any children?
Yes, ma'am.
What are their ages?
4, 3, 2, 1, 6 months.
And where are they? Who are they with?
Their mothers.
How many mothers?
3.
All right, that is not Black excellence. The fact that you're here is not Black excellence, unless that's the name of a building, but I'm assuming it's not. So you are not showing Black excellence to your ancestors or to your mother, your grandmother, or anyone. You understand?
Here, he's availed himself to the court every time that I've had anything to do with him.
Why
He's not
didn't he
letting-
turn himself in between the time I revoked his bond and today?
just gonna come out to court.
Because you, as an officer of the court, should have instructed your client to do that the court had revoked his bond. So I want an answer to that question.
I mean, we were going to be here today.
That's not an answer to my question. Mr. Allen.
According to what the defendant just told his attorney is that he told him to just show up today and not turn himself in.
That's correct, Your Honor. I mean, and that if.
Oh, put me in handcuffs, man.
That's a wrong answer.
I'm sorry. I mean,
Way the wrong answer.
I'm sorry, man.
I'll deal with this in a minute because right now I'm furious, Mr. Vincent, that you would represent that client defendant to remand. Take you. Court's going to stand in recess.
Okay. So let me explain something to you. Children cannot support themselves. And it appears to the court that you're just having children and allowing somebody else to support them. For example, if I were to have a child, I can't say, oh, cute baby, and then put them at Travis Park and say, good luck to you. And that's what you've been doing with all of your children. You haven't raised a single one of them, and you haven't been working. So let me just tell you, I'm gonna help you with that. And I don't know why you're getting attitude with me. You haven't raised any of your children. None of your children are with you. You have an 18-year-old, 17. Here's the thing. You have an 18-year-old, 17-year-old, 16-year-old, 11-year-old, 10-year-old, 9-year-old, 7-year-old, and none of them are with you. You're not raising them. You haven't been working. You just told me in 5 years. You haven't been financially supporting any of them. Now you have a baby on the way.